Hello, this is Brian Shannon from Alpha Trends Blogspot. I'm going to do something a little bit different here. We're going to take a look at some of the after-hours movers today. It is Tuesday, the 23rd of October, and we had a number of stocks reporting earnings and sold off pretty hard today. First up was Amazon. Amazon closed a regular session at 100.82, and you can see this stock really began its run at about $45 a share back in, what was this, I guess, April. So if we take a look at the daily chart, you can see it closed at 100.82. What I see here are basically three gaps, and this could be setting up a pretty important reversal here, because we have first what's known as a breakaway gap, a running gap, and then the exhaustion gap. Now, the stock right now is trading at $90.74. You can see that at 4 o'clock, here's where the stock was. It sold off initially, rallied up in that after hours, just real volatile session, and then continued lower, and now it's right near the lows of the session at $90.78. So it's basically down to below yesterday's close, that is Monday's close. That puts the stock in a very dangerous position. A lot of people got involved in this stock today, and every single one of those people is now losing money. And that was 81 million, 40 million shares that changed hands today. So be careful with this stock. Typically, three gaps like that will lead to further sell-off. It is still in an uptrend, but just be careful is what I'm saying. The RFMD was another one, traded big volume after the close. The stock is now, as you can see, down at $6.72. So what I did was I just took a look at some of the stocks that were down at least 5% on at least 500,000 shares, and RFMD is one of those. Broadcom is a semiconductor stock. That's not going to be good for the semiconductor index. You know, that one's been real weak. Broadcom looked like a great chart, and this is why I don't like to buy in front of earnings, even when the stock is in a nice uptrend like this, because after hours you can see the stock's trading down at $36.85. It's sold straight off and no bounce at all, at least so far. So $36.85 looks like it's making a run for this 50-day moving average, which is at $36.52. I'd say be careful in here. A lot of people like to buy these on a pullback, and it looks like the stock does have potential support right in here at this level where it is. Old resistance tends to act as support. I would give it a couple days before deciding to make any purchase there, though. Riverbed, RVBD, this Riverbed technology has been in a great uptrend since its IPO, and you can see it closed today at $47.96, and after hours it's now trading at $37 a share. And for the people that buy, you know, looking for these bounces, it's just not happening so far. So down, I guess, about $10 a share in Riverbed. So that's going to put it down actually close to its 200-day moving average. And also at a potential level of support in here. Very dangerous game, though, trying to pick a bottom in those things. Another semiconductor stock that blew up after hours is Altera. Altera, you can see, down at $20.50, straight down on this one. This semiconductor index, let's just take a look there, it closed at 478. It's just looking like this head and shoulders pattern is going to complete, and there's bigger trouble ahead for the semiconductors. Anadigix, symbol ANAD. This stock closed a regular session at $19.34, and we've got this one down at 15.5. So more trouble in here, and you've got the stock so basically down at about this level, 15.5. Still looks like it could drop down to maybe 13.75. Maybe test that 200-day moving average right around 14. Savvis, SVVS, here's a $41 stock that was kind of showing a little bit of trouble in here already anyways with this big breakdown back in July, August. Now the stock after hours is $36.50, so no mercy for these stocks that are missing earnings. And finally, Illumina, symbol ILMN, this has been a great momentum stock, closed real strong at $62.38, and now we've got the stock down at about $58.50 a share. So it looks like the market's going to be tricky tomorrow. I would say be very careful. From failed moves often come fast moves. We've got the NASDAQ futures down 13 points. Not a big deal, not looking like you need to run out and sell everything, but I also looked for stocks that were up at least 5% in the after hours, and there were no stocks that met that criteria.